So here's my most recent painting that I've just finished. It's a frog in a bed and it says I'm alive, and you can see it's like smiling. It looks like it's just woken up and it's realised that it's so happy to be alive. And I wanted to talk about the inspiration for this painting. So this is basically a part two to another painting I made a few weeks ago, which is this one. And this frog says, I want to talk about feeling like a failure. So the context for this painting is I got made redundant just before Christmas, and then it took me until early March to find another job. And in the meantime, I also got let go from my pub job where I was on a 0-hour contract, because I spoke to one of the managers about how that job was impacting my mental health. And their solution was to just not have me work there, like that was gonna improve anything. Anyway, so I was feeling like consistently awful all the time. And we were watching the Frida Kahlo film, and there's a scene where she's just been in hospital for the miscarriage, and then she paints herself lying in a bed that's kind of floating in the middle of the painting, and she's surrounded by these like 6 different items, like the dead baby and things like that. And my housemate said, this looks like something you would paint. So of course I had to try it, and I painted myself as a frog lying in a bed. And then I was thinking of what to put around it, and I realised that all the kind of thoughts and feelings I was experiencing on a daily basis were just feelings of failure that I wasn't really talking about. So that's where that came from. And a few weeks after that, I showed this painting to my housemate, and I think he was surprised because he clearly didn't think that I was a failure. And instead of pointing out like successful things I'd done, things that are typically considered successful that I'd done, he just said, well, you're not a failure because you're alive. And that really made me change the way I think about failure and success, because it does actually take quite a lot to stay alive and get out of bed every morning and feed yourself, and do all the rest of it, especially if you've ever like had thoughts of not wanting to be alive. And I also used to struggle for quite a long time with eating issues, and it just made me look back on all of that and realise that I've actually come a really long way. And at that point, the whole job situation wasn't really significant because I was already doing all of this, and the painting is just to celebrate that.